G'day guys, welcome to my RXYS V2 video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about NRL Round 20 predictions for 2019 guys, so let's get started. So this first game of this round we see the West Tigers taken on against the North Queensland Cowboys. This game will be a cracker of a match, seeing these two sides going up against each other at Leichhardt Oval, and this game will be a definite quality good match which will be tight and average, but I'm not sure. But literally, these two teams will be absolutely debating, but I reckon that this game will be a cracker of a match. But I am going to go with the West Tigers here by 8 points, and I reckon they will get the job done here. But I do think that the West Tigers, they have got a good roster with Corey Thompson, Benji Marshall, and you also got Robbie Farah. With that quality squad, I reckon they'll dominate the Cowboys by so many points, and I reckon that this game will dominate Cowboys by just so many points, and I reckon that this game will definitely have that fight, and will definitely have that control and that instability, and I reckon they'll get over the line here by 8 points here. So the second game of this round, we see the Warriors taking on up against the Canberra Raiders. Now, I think this game will be a tight match. I reckon that this game will be an average lineup with so many good quality players into the squad. I reckon that so many players will just pouncing on, and I reckon that the Warriors, they will put a fight up against the Raiders, since they have lost up against the Parramatta Eels, and I reckon they will put up a fight, and I reckon that they will get the job done here. But I am going to go with the Warriors here by 14. I did go for the Raiders here by 14, but I just went for the Warriors here by 14, and I just think that they will get the job done, and they will have the instability, and they will get that they will get a couple of try assists and scoring so many tries. But I reckon the Warriors by 14 points, they will definitely get the job done, and I reckon they will wake themselves up, and I reckon that they will put their smile on their faces, and I reckon that the Warriors, they will be very happy in that game. And yeah, it is the 6 o'clock match on Friday night, but I reckon that this game will be a cracker of a match, and I think that it will be a very important match here at Mount Smart Stadium, and yeah, this game will be a definite dominant, important game to watch. So the next game of this round, we see the Broncos taken on against the Melbourne Storm here. I do think that this game will definitely have that instability, and I reckon they will get the job done here. But there is a but in this, because the Broncos, they are got so many players. Well, I reckon that this game will be an absolute dominant half, and I reckon that Broncos will win in the first half. And I reckon that the Melbourne Storm will definitely come over and score so many tries, and I reckon they will get it here by 12 points. And I do think that this game will be an absolute cracker of a match, and I reckon that so many games will definitely put a fight on, and I reckon that so many tries will definitely lead into a probably like a draw or something like that. But I reckon that this game will be a definite cracker of a match, and I reckon that so many tries will definitely lead into try assists or so many line breaks and meters. But I don't think that the Melbourne Storm won't be like as stupid as they look, since they played up against the Manly Sea Eagles. But yeah, I reckon that this game will be an absolute dominant game, and yeah, I am going to go with the Melbourne Storm here by 12 points or 14, but I'm not sure. I did forget sometimes, but I am going to go with the Melbourne Storm here by 12 points. So the next game of this round, we see the Sea Eagles going up against the Newcastle Knights here. I do think that this game will have a definite good halves in them. I reckon that Newcastle Knights will definitely get so many tries, but I don't think they will go up against the Manly side, which Daly Cherry Evans will put up a fight, and I reckon that so many tries will definitely lead into the try assists. But I'm going to go with the Manly Sea Eagles here by 10 points, and I reckon they will get the job done here. But I don't think that Newcastle Knights will definitely have their game on their hands. But I do think that so many tries, like maybe a couple of tries, I do think that something like that will definitely get so many points on the Newcastle Knights, but I'm just going to go with the Manly Sea Eagles here by 10 points. Since they won against the Melbourne Storm, I am going to tip them only because of that. That was just a tough game to see the Melbourne Storm going up against them, but for the Manly Sea Eagles, I am going to go with you guys. I am going to go with you guys by 10 points, and I reckon you guys will definitely put the job done here, and I reckon so many tries will definitely lead into this game, and Daly Cherry Evans will probably be the man to watch anyway. So the next game of this round, we see the Bulldogs going up against the Penrith Panthers here. I don't think that this game will be an absolute great game. I do think that so many tries will definitely lead into this break-in Panthers line. But I do think that Panthers, they have got a good roster, but I reckon Regan Campbell-Gillard will probably get like a bit of shaking moment. I do think that he will score probably like 1 or 2 tries, but he is a great four-pack side. But I am going to go with the Penrith Panthers here by 2, and I reckon that Nathan Cleary will definitely kick a penalty goal to seal the deal, and I reckon so many things will happen, like even injuries, maybe like a forward pass or something like that. But I am quite curious if the Bulldogs win this game. But if they do, well done to the Bulldogs. But if Penrith Panthers win, that's a tip. That's a tip right for me. But I am going to go with them by 2 points, and I am going to go with them only because they need to up their game a bit. So the next game of this round, we see the Sharks up against the Rabbitohs here. I do think that this game will be a simple one, going up against the Sharks here. As what I said before, Jaden Brayley is signing for the Newcastle Knights. I am a bit surprised here, but well done to him though. But I do think that this game will be an absolute great game. But with Chad Townsend going up against Adam Reynolds, will be a definite tough one. I am going to go with the Rabbitohs here by 6, and I reckon they will get the job done here by so many points. But I don't know, if the Sharks win, they will get the job done, and yeah, I reckon that it will change a lot of things. But yeah, I do think that this game will be an absolute great game, and I do think so many tries will definitely lead into it. But yeah, Andrew Fafita going up against Sam Burgess. I hate to say it, but going up against those two going up against those two, they are tough, but they will probably have arguments and fights. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. But literally, Andrew Fafita is a bit of a roughie, so yeah, I am going to go with the Rabbitohs here by 6, and they will get the job done. But unless the Sharks do, they will get the job done. So the next game of this round, we see the Roosters up against the Titans. Now, this game will be an absolute great game, simple game, because I know for a fact that the Roosters, they will definitely get the job done, and I reckon they will by 8 points here, and I do think that so many tries will definitely lead into this game. But I am going to go with the Roosters, because I know for a fact they play with their heart, they play with their spirit, and most important, they play with power. But I do think that so many tries will definitely lead into this game. But unfortunately for the Titans, they are struggling so much, and I do think that so many tries will definitely lead into this game. But with so many of things happening with the Titans, I might think that the Titans, they are doing really well at the moment, but sometimes they are a bit good, but they're not really, because unfortunately they are struggling with coaching and also like with their playing stuff. But literally, I am going to go with the Roosters here by 8 points, and they will get the job done by so many points. So the next game of this round, we see the Dragons up against the Parramatta Eels here. But I am going to go with so many try assists. But literally, this game will be a cracker of a match. My Parramatta Eels will definitely get so many points by 10 points. But I am going to go with the Parramatta Eels here by 10. only because, for a fact, that we have won the game at Bankwest Stadium, versing up against the Dragons, and we have won that game by so many points. But clearly, the Dragons, you guys are a great, you guys are a great side. Clearly, because the Dragons, they are falling apart a bit, only because that Ben Hunt is struggling with their toughness, only because that, for a fact, that he's just struggling with miscarries, like catching the ball and also passing. But yeah, I do think that this game will be an absolute great game, a simple game, because I am going to go with the Parramatta Eels here by 10. They will definitely get the job done, only because that Dylan Brown is back. Also, you got Wonga Blake and also Clinton Gutherson and Mike Osebo will definitely be simple, and they will get the job done. And I reckon Mike Osebo will definitely score 2. Probably Clint Gutho will score 1 or get a try assist. Mitch Moses will probably get so many points. But yeah, I am going to go with the Parramatta Eels here by 10, only because we have so many quality players in our squad. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I will be posting so many videos coming soon. But I am posting this one up later tonight, only because I am going somewhere. I am going out only for a couple of hours. But I am going to post this video later tonight. So stay tuned for more, guys. I will see you guys next time. Until then, take care.